Hi there, it's Mary Elizabeth Parker here. I know I normally put up a video on Wednesdays and Fridays, and usually Friday is a random day. Random facts, that is. But this week, for some reason, I've been extra lazy. I had all these ambitions of getting a lot of stuff done with my extra day off this week because of Independence Day. And I did basically nothing. I mean, I did dishes, that's about it. Today I didn't even put makeup on for this video, so it's probably going to look like I have no eyelashes and no eyebrows. That's what happens when you have blonde ones. So hopefully I'll get you a bonus video or something. I don't know why I'm feeling so absurdly lazy lately. I just am. I just want to binge watch movies or read all day, and I don't know why. Of course, it might be partially because the air in my apartment building, again, is going off and on. So it'll work when I leave for work, and then I come home and it's not working. Or on the holiday, it's not working. It's kind of frustrating, and it's not so much for myself that I worry. I worry actually about my cat. He can't take his fur off. He doesn't want to get wet. I have a chill pad for him, but it still can be pretty oppressive, especially if you're an animal. I end up just taking more cool showers and not washing my hair during those showers because my hair takes forever to dry. Yeah. I'll wash my hair at night, sleep on it wet to damp, and it's still wet to damp at least halfway through the day the next day. It's just a lot of hair. But I can't handle it if it's short. So if anybody wants to suggest that, don't. I can't deal with it short. It won't stay up in ponytails, even at shoulder length. So yeah, you're seeing me makeup free. Second video I've done with that. Maybe I'll get some random facts together for you for this weekend and put them up, but we'll see. I do know that there's a week coming up that I probably will not be putting up videos at all. Hopefully I'll do bonus videos that week, the week after as well, and that's because I work in a town that has something called Art Fair every year. It's actually, I think, 3 or 4 art fairs at least, all combined. And it takes over the town, essentially. It turns into a lot of work for anybody who works in downtown in that town. It's kind of neat to see the art, but when you're forced to deal with it every day and you don't want to try to park if you don't have to. Basically all the people who are local leave town that week, and that's the July 20th through the 23rd, I think, this year. So that week I probably will not be posting so much. I will hopefully take videos of a walkthrough of Art Fair at some point, because it is kind of neat. I probably won't be able to share too much of the art because a lot of the artists are protective of that for obvious reason. That is their creative content. That is their intellectual property, essentially, and they don't want somebody to recreate it or make a new print of it or something like that. I understand that. But there's still a lot of really cool stuff that goes on. There's usually performances and obviously the artists all over the place with some cool jewelry, some cool art pieces that are usually way out of my budget. Way, way, way out of my budget. Some of them cost probably my annual budget. Or not annual budget, but my annual income. So, but they're beautiful. These artists are talented, don't get me wrong. My favorite part about Art Fair, well, the part that makes it worthwhile in a way for me, is the fair food. I love junk food, and it's a great time to get that. And I think part of it is I miss having access to it. I used to work at an amusement park. Starting when I was 15 years old, I worked at an amusement park as one of my 2 jobs at 15. Yes, I had 2 jobs at 15 years old. But they didn't really coincide that much. So I always had access to fried dough and funnel cakes and all that yummy stuff. And yes, it's bad for you, but you gotta live. You gotta enjoy it. I kind of go, I have been trying to eat better, but that's going to be one of those exception weeks where I just go, nope, I'm eating what I want, this is delicious food, and I don't get it all the time. So that might be part of the reason I like that stuff, but... So that's one of the main reasons that Art Fair is dealable for me. I also oftentimes will get my nephews, at least my younger nephews. My older nephews are actually to the point where I just give them money. It's just so much easier. I don't live near my nephews, unfortunately, so I don't always know what they would like, and the older two are in the double digits now, so it's anybody who knows relatives that are like that, when they get to that point, it's really hard to give them gifts because you don't know what they want, you don't know what they have, or what they want is really, really expensive and out of your budget. So I just give them a card with money every year. But I'll a lot of times buy a Christmas present for my two younger nephews at the art fair, and my nephews have unusual names. So one year I was really happy that there was a guy who did engravings on the spot onto wood items, and so I had my nephew's names put on that. Funniest thing is I started spelling the one nephew's name first for the one that I wanted on that item, because they're two different animals of the same item. So the one that he started with, I started spelling the name. He goes, "Oh no, don't spell it, just say it first, and then I can wrap my head around it and start that way." And I said the name, and he's like, "Yeah, you need to spell that." So I sometimes complain that I have an overly common name, which means I can't Google myself so far. As you know, Mary Elizabeth Parker, very common name combo. And in fact, if I Google my name, I'll even get Mary Louise Parker before I get me. And there's a poet who's currently writing with my exact same first, middle, last name. However, that has led to a project that I hope to do, which was inspired by somebody else's video. Bridget Marquardt, probably best known as being one of the girls next door, Hugh Hefner's girlfriend, but she's got more out there. So I was watching one of her videos where she went to the Salem Witch Museum, and she scanned her camera across several graves. One of the graves had the name Mary Parker on it. So to some people this sounds morbid, to some people it sounds really neat. I think I want to start collecting photographs of graves that have my name on it. If it has a different middle name, it's not going to count. It has to be either Mary Parker or Mary Elizabeth Parker. So I'm going to start collecting those, and it's kind of, I like walking through graveyards. I used to do that when I was younger. It's a connection to the past. I know some people think that's the weird kid. I was never the goth kid and all that stuff. Or at least I don't think I was. I didn't look like that, at least. The fair skin is completely natural. But I think that's a fun thing to do, to see the past, even though I do feel conflicted about the use of land for graveyards, because then you can't use it for food or something, but that's another story. But still, it's been a tradition that people have had grave sites and grave markers for most people. So I figure that would be a fun thing to do, is wherever I go, take trips into the graveyards. There's only one graveyard I found locally that has, so far, that has a listing of all their grave plots, which is really helpful. But there are others I'm going to just have to explore probably, because they don't have the listing easily available. But like I said, it seems like it would be a fun thing, and just make a scrapbook just of photos with my name on the graves. So I better get going, because I do need to get ready the rest of the way for work. I do need to paint my nails, which normally I don't care. Honestly, I don't care, but right now I have a weird thing going on with this nail where it's split, and it's split below the quick. So I can't really file that down to fix it. I can't clip it to fix it. Right now I need to paint it to protect it from splitting further down and keep it from splitting more until it grows out where I can fix it. So I get to do that before work too. Yay! But I hope everybody's having a good day and that you understand my lazy week. Like I said, perhaps I'll get some random facts up this weekend to make up for it. I'll probably do makeup then, because I feel like I photograph better with makeup. And everybody enjoy your weekend, and regardless, and please, be kind to each other. Thanks. Bye.